Here we have another very interesting little medical herb growing in actually my front garden, but I've dug it up and brought it around the back because there's lots of people walking past the house and they'll probably think I'm a nut job. I'm sitting talking into my phone, filming little plants. This is called Ribwort or narrow leaf plantain. Okay, it's called Ribwort because see the back of the leaves here, very ribby. Surprise, surprise. The scientific name is Plantain lanceolata. Okay, because it's kind of long and pointed, which is how the kind of botanical term for lance shaped. Okay, this is the flower spike here, long stem with a little flower on the end of it. The seeds can be whenever they're set, they're not quite right yet, still a wee bit green, but whenever they're ready they can be eaten. Okay, it's also good for your digestive tract if you soak them in water and drink them up. This plant has so many medical uses. The thing about herbs is, medical herbs especially, people get a wee bit overwhelmed by so many different uses, so many different plants. But there are some plants which are more useful than others, maybe not medically, but because they're more common. Okay, like in my back garden alone, I must have 10 different herbs. All right, not all of them are common. The likes of this is very common. It grows on disused ground, very common. It grows at the side of tarmac, through tarmac. It grows near the beach. Grows waste ground in the city, everywhere. Okay, same with daisies. Daisies grow in every park. Dandelions grow everywhere. Okay, so if you're just starting out, concentrate on the plants that are common. No, don't learn obscure things. Concentrate on the plants that are common. If you can take care of bleeding, diarrhea, general kind of intestinal problems, if you can reduce inflammation, if you can treat wounds, antiseptic, infection, things that are actually treatable in the wilderness, don't be looking into things that regulate your heartbeat, because you're not in a position to do that in the wild. Okay, but if you get a cut, if you can find a plant to stop the bleeding, haha, you're laughing. Okay, anyway, that's enough of a ramble. Back to our little ribwort or narrow leaf plantain. Uses. Okay, this is one of the secret herbs of the ancient people of Ireland. Time for another ramble. Some of the trees in ancient times in Ireland were considered more important than people, and if you damage them, it could result in your death. If you cut down an oak tree, for example, you could be put to death without good cause. So if you're out damaging trees, like a lot of kids do today, a lot of them would actually be hung. Okay, probably from the tree that they damaged in the first place. But anyway, I diverse. So basically, the leaves can be chewed up. Okay, that releases a lot of the compounds. If you have a wee ulcer in the inside of your mouth, chew up a plantain leaf, stick it in it. It'll be gone the next day. Very powerful antiseptic. The leaves make into a tea, or even just chew them up and swallow them. Good for diarrhea. You know, if you've got irritated bowels and to do with pain or pooing, it helps really. If you have a cut externally, it has a bit of an astringent property, which means it'll stop the blood. It's also antiseptic. It also has a wee bit of an antifungal property to it. So same thing. You can take a tea for kind of lung problems. Oh God, it's got so many uses. You know, on burns, rashes, insect bites, nettle stings. It's really good for nettle stings. Oh God, if you eat all the seeds, dry them up, it's a laxative. So these are just some of the things. It's been proven. People have done research into this now. It's nearly classed as going to be one of these wonder plants. And long behold, it didn't come from the rainforest, which people always go on about. It grows commonly at the side of the road. Okay, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, pain relieving, antioxidant properties, anti-ulcer properties, stimulates your immune system, makes you pee. The list just goes on. There's so many active compounds. Now there's another one called common plantain, Plantago major. It's basically the same as this, except it has the leaf's a lot wider. Alright, it's just like a rounder leaf on it. You'll see it everywhere too. There's lots of different plantains all over the world, but they all seem to have similar properties. Okay, there it is. Good plant. Really only it dies away. It'll exist under the ground, but the leaves come out in spring, and that's the best time. You can eat them as well, you know. Use them as a pot herb. So I'm gonna leave it there, and hopefully you will get out in your back garden before you go far afield and have a look what you've got, and see if you can learn a bit about the medical properties, the more common plants. Okay, cheers, bye.